So if you're talking about controlling someone, that would be laughable in that context.
Yeah, controlling someone else's emotions for sure. I mean, like, if I see, I burped again. What is wrong with me, Pete? I just keep on burping.
Just
It's like
lucky.
I'm drinking a sparkling beverage right now.
Just lucky, I guess.
Um, it's all for you, Pete. Um, this idea of I can control somebody else's circumstances. Abusive relationships absolutely exist, and emotional control is, again, I can control things that impact your emotions, but the emotion itself. There's a lot of nuance here, right? Like what I'm not saying is like if you're in an abusive relationship, the other person can't be responsible for how you feel. They're absolutely responsible for what they do to you. Just so we're really, really clear here.
Yeah.
If I'm being abusive to somebody and they are sad because of the abuse, can I make them feel that way? Technically, no, but I am 1000% responsible for the things I do that contribute to their emotions. The things that I do, right? I'm responsible for my actions that come from my emotional place. Their emotion is one thing. I do 1000% bear responsibility for the negative things I do to them and how it
Yes,
impacts them.
which
Just
is
so we're really clear.
why being assaulted because of things you say is such a big deal. I can say
Yeah.
something that I know will make Taylor very, very angry. And I also know that Taylor will just shake his head at me and maybe insult me and then go on. Like there's not I and then I'm responsible completely for being the jerk, not him.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, it'd be
Um,
anyway. Sorry.
I think that, um, so maybe we should tee up what the next time we're going to talk about, what we're planning on talking about. Because the idea was today we were going to talk about how to fight. And as we were getting ready for it, I reached out to Pete and I said, it might be worth talking about the impossibility of controlling
Yeah.
our own emotions and other people's emotions to prepare us for what we can and cannot do when we're fighting. And I don't mean like fist fighting. I'm talking about like arguing with a spouse, advocating for yourself at work, having a falling out with a friend. Basically, any relationship where there's some kind of conflict. Next time, we're going to talk about how to navigate that conflict with like concrete steps. But this needed to exist beforehand, where my goal in having a fight with somebody or fighting with somebody cannot be to make them feel a certain way about what I feel, because it's an impossible task, a literal impossible task.
All right. That makes sense to me. We're not it's so hard because meaningful relationships where you care about maintaining the relationship is so different from the relationships we see on TV, where a debate is meant to convince people who are listening, not to convince the other person. The debate is meant to sway emotion, and so they try very hard to be very inflammatory and try to get you to feel a certain way. Whereas if you're talking to your wife and you're trying to explain why you
Or husband.
or husband, and trying to explain why a certain task is so important to you, you don't want to say things like, "You always do this. You never listen to me. Why do you hate me so much?" Like
Dude, yeah.
that gets them feeling a certain way, but it doesn't solve the problem. So trying to make
Yeah.
them feel a certain way. Anyway, sorry, I'm delving into the other thing, but that's I think the difference.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll absolutely be talking about that more next time.